Crazy Hexmark! He's definitely a fan favorite, much loved, and this will not be the last time we see him on a stage like this for sure. He has got France on his back, and they mean business. It was a pleasure to watch him and his pole, inspiring many, I'm sure. But Chikarin will be the man moving forward one step closer to perhaps regaining that TWT title.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I think he's definitely got the potential for that. You know, he's got the age, he's got the experience. It's when you've played the game for this long and you've seen so many different iterations of it, whether it's Tekken 7, whether it's Tekken 8, whether it's Tekken prior to that, you're definitely going to have that pedigree, and especially the calmness and the sort of the nerves of steel that you need in a competition like this. Because obviously you're on a stage, you can hear the crowd, there are lights all over you. It's a whole another level. It's impossible to describe. Even when we were standing on the stage earlier helping with rehearsals, it's like there's a whole another feeling being on that stage.
It was pretty cool being the winner, you know.
Yeah, I gotta talk to production about that. Why did they make you the winner? Why did I get first?
I mean, hey, you know, real recognize real, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
look, Casey came second in that
man.
rehearsal, so he's probably feeling the worst, you know?
Yeah, true. Are you there? Second is always the worst place to be fair. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
All right, well, here we go. We're looking at some of the beats we saw throughout this set. Again, that 1+2 pivotal to Chikarin's victory. He knew exactly when to place it and poetically finished the set with it there. But amazing performance from both, and Hexmark, well loved. I'm sure he's not going to be able to make it out of the venue without signing like 50 autographs.
100%. But we're going to be going into another game on this losers round 1. The last one remaining, Raef versus Breadman. Both of them super capable players. We're seeing some, we're seeing the Pokemon from Raef, which is, to be fair, I don't know, I still want to see the Jin, man. Like, however much I hate Jin, I think Raef's Jin is extremely aggressive, is extremely tight. He's got fine control, 100%. 100%, but Breadman, you know, that Leroy was looking good as well. Except some of the drops, I think very unfortunate drops in some cases that definitely did cost him, but I'm sure he's going to tighten up. He's maybe a bit more loose, maybe a bit more ready, because it's one life remaining, everything on the line, and maybe that does help. Sometimes people do, you know, diamonds from under pressure and all that kind of jazz.
Yes, they do.
So we'll see how that goes.
All right, so we have Breadman here. Look at that run. You know, first place, his dojo runs, you know, he's got 250 points total. They're getting dojo points in Korea. And he was at a previous TWT, had a medium performance, but here we go. We got Raef from Saudi Arabia, 1530 points. You know, best placements here coming from some big majors. But here today, hovering over the Jin. Are we going to see that Leroy Jin match? I think we might. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have Breadman versus Raef fighting for their life. One man must step down.
Strong parry card. It was a strong parry card. So both of them can utilize in slightly different ways. But it's going to be interesting as well. If there's going to be any moment where, you know, maybe a jab gets parried and then the other card to try to parry the follow. We've seen those things happen, right?
We'll see that.
It is an interesting option to keep in the arsenal. But here we go.
All right, go off that forward thrust kick. Sidestep bicycle kick, but Raef, these guys have so many moves that have built-in movement as well. That should be very interesting to see how it's utilized, how they are utilized.
Lots of trading as well, but Breadman trying to space out to look for the whip punish, but not quite finding it.
All right, 2-1.
Nice, going low as well. Beautiful punish, that down forward 2-1.
So, best defense, man. Don't be there.
Nice, activating here already.
Gets that extended animation. Now pole position for Breadman, has his heat, has the momentum, still has his cane install. Easy to forget about that one. It'll hit you when you least expect.
100%, and using a lot of those lows as well. Now Heaty must spend trying to keep the pressure going. Oh, he looked for the parry. The slow option actually really good because it's going to beat out the timing of the parry.
Because the parry timing is a lot more strict than in previous games. You know, he had a much more active window, but this time you have to be far more intentional, far more careful. An excellent back 1-2 punish there. Now Raef trying to take that momentum into his favor.
Nice spacing as well, didn't get anything for it though. And the movement right now from Breadman is absolutely on point. And the outcast arrow landing as well, gonna be a big chunk of damage.
Now compared to a lot of characters, I think, you know, we were talking about the parries, right? Jin's parry may be a little bit less effective than in other matchups because of the amount of string-based offense that Leroy has. You know, you have to be ready to parry all the hits, but there's that cane out of nowhere used earlier than usual.
And I like that decision as well, because, you know, when you're in the final line, you're always going to be looking for that cane. Whereas if you use it sooner, it's going to be harder to place in the mental stack.
You never know. There's so many mind games that can be applied in using that. But he doesn't have it anymore. Once per game. Excellent low parry there from Breadman. Looking very clean at the moment.
Nice, going low again. Oh, and goes for the mid this time. Deactivated. Oh, and the orbital landing! And
even he wasn't expecting it.
It was tip range as well, so maybe that's what definitely didn't help in that situation. But nice conversion for Breadman. Is this enough to kill? Heat smash spent? Yes, it is.
Very clean first game, very quick, very effective. Raef is going to need to make some adjustments there. He was just not able to find any real footing. Breadman was using Leroy's offense just as best as he could, and it was so effective. He wasn't really going for lows too much either. He was just catching him with the timing on the mids. And now we see Yored's up here coaching Raef as a favor in return.
Yeah, it's nice to see, you know, back and forth teammates always helping each other. And it's, you know, it's always really important. I think your best coach is going to be the person that plays you the most and knows your habits, knows your mental state, because coaching isn't just about what's happening in game, it's also what's happening in your head.
Yes.
Sometimes people get flustered, sometimes people get frustrated or annoyed, and it's important for the coach to also recognize that and sometimes help them, you know, tell a joke, make them laugh, or something like that.
Coaching's a difficult skill, you know, a lot of people think...
You would know as a coach, right?
There's a lot of better coaches than me, and a lot of it is about the mental game. It's about the personal. It's not always just about the gameplay. It's about, as you mentioned, knowing the person you're speaking to and understanding how to communicate with them. But here we go, going with the Falcon Ram. Well, I wonder if that was a recommendation from Yored.
And the punishment from Breadman on the low, super on point. You have to take those chances.
And his life is in the hand of Falcon Ram right here as well. You know, it's an elimination match, and he cannot switch after this, so he's going to have to take it all the way. Let's see if Breadman has the knowledge required. So far, he's doing quite well.
Nice, running free as well, trying to keep the pressure going. Nice, spacing from Raef, good punish. Ooh, a little bit miss of a punish on that jack kick.
Now, regarding this, you know, compared to in the string offense, right? I think Falcon Ram has a lot more parryable strings there. Gets the trade on it though, and Breadman, little bit of health, has a rage available, uses it up, has nothing to recover, but has a lot to take from Raef.
It's going to be interesting as well. What's going to be the option from Raef on the wake up here? Obviously, we're going to get a bit of a neutral reset, but Breadman could run up.
Even seeing that, can't breathe.
Oh, nice call out on the low.
All right, all right. And Raef looking at the crowd after that one, surveying the lanes, like, yeah, man, I'm still in this.
I wonder if he was looking at yours. Maybe it was something in the coaching as well. Maybe he finishes with lows, you know?
All right, gets that tenderization at the wall. Goes for it again. These heat strings are going to be tough. All right, excellent punish on the string check.
Sweep,
and that was tip range on that hell sweep.
Oh, up forward free water with punish. Jack kick as well. Raef recovering a lot of that great health.
Trying to enforce it. Trying to put Breadman under the pump here. He doesn't have much health. He doesn't have much health, and he doesn't have any wide health, but there we go.
That's definitely something to consider in this matchup as well. The jack kick does break through parries and power crashes, but it does not matter. Breadman taking another round.
Looking clean, looking good. Nice backdash into Dark. Breadman looking untouchable.
Yeah, and that kind of movement is extremely important in this matchup as well. If you're able to call out a lot of those highs from Falcon Ram, you can get massive damage right now. As we can see, 95 damage for Breadman off of that.
I don't know who Breadman been playing, but he knows what's going on here. There's so many strong players in Korea, and I'm sure a lot of you play Falcon Ram, but he's definitely got the knowledge he needs. Making a very difficult Raef, but gets the splat. Should be able to break the wall if he wants to, but couldn't get the last hit in.
Yeah, perhaps there was too many hits as well. Breadman's still alive. Trying to keep the pressure. Again, those multiple hits, recovering a chunk of health. Didn't commit to the second hit, still going. Nice punish, oh, good awareness from Raef.
He wanted to end it there, knew what the risks were, took it. Raef was able to salvage it, but Raef now 2 rounds to 1. If he can take this round, he can take this down to the wire.
Spacing as well, about even on life. Nice punish on the low once again.
He has that heat. The wall in play. Not able to extend the combo here. Nice timing there from Breadman, coming in with the punches with a flurry.
Yeah, both very much going for his keeper options right now. Raef going low. It is looking good for him as well. He recovered from Breadman, still alive.
Hit, tries for that 1-1, down 3-2. Okay, Breadman showing signs of life, recovering health slowly. These hits will stack up, bring him some health. Maybe chip Raef down, but the delay, timing, down 4, snap kick to the leg. Raef staying alive, but has to stick with the Falcon Ram.
And those one-hit situations versus Falcon Ram was so scary. Versus other characters, like, you have to be quite close to get hit by a low, right? So maybe you're trying to space out those down forward ones, and then you can just duck at a distance to try to deal with it. Versus Falcon Ram, his legs are so long, right? Down 4, down 3, all those options can just reach you from so far away, and his mids can also reach you, so you're always in that danger zone.
And he's really good at just, using that danger zone, pulling him to that deep water, making him have to think twice, 3 times, and by the time, again, you've lost so much of your health. And now, Raef, just laying it all down. He's throwing out this offense. It's very risky, but Breadman has the health deficit, but as I say that, activating heat, trying to bring it back.
He's been using a little bit of size of 3+4 to start out this pressure, and it's been working out quite well for Breadman. Oh, just lets it, chain punches again, just let them rip.
Oh,
Nice.
and jumps over that toe kick. Breadman taking the lead.
The inbuilt airborne state is used very nicely by Breadman there.
And that's one thing that has to stay on everyone's mind. It's like, when is that cane going to be used? Because he makes sure he gets that out of the way quite a lot. But I don't know if it's going to be used early, late, but that's another thing Raef has to think about.
It's also a case, obviously, like which cane is he going to use? Nice punish once again.
Perfect.
And again, he's playing at that distance where he can just about block those lows, and hopefully most of the mids that Raef is likely to put out are not going to hit him.
That sends him flying. Running shoulder tackle. Again, sidestep bicycle kick, doing wonders. He still has that heat. Tried to go for that Tsubaki. I'm sure he wanted to use the heat to make it safe, but now that is gone. Raef chopping away at the legs. If a man can't stand, he can't fight. But Breadman bringing out the cane and bringing the pain.
Absolutely, and is able to kill with that. You were saying, when is the cane going to come out? Boom, there it is.
When you least expect.
That was the mid one as well, not even the low one, right? That's the one it's easier to block.
But Raef knows
Nice
he's
parry.
in trouble. This could be the end, but if he can fight through, stay alive, he can still keep flooring at this hill.
Nice going mid this time, getting a counter as well. Breadman did try to press, maybe try to parry.
Backing up, slower to engage. But heat in play, getting tenderized, running right at him. He wants to end it here. He smells blood in the water. Couldn't get the dash he might have wanted, but gets it right after with the overhead.
2-1. Oh, just keeping the pressure going. The string sealing the deal. Breadman's here for the bread, and he's not leaving without it just yet.
Very respectful, had a pop off, full of emotion. The crowd is loving it. You love to see it.